Architecture is more than just the design of buildings. It's a reflection of society, culture, and innovation. Today, we'll journey through the history of American architecture, focusing on the transformative era of modernism. The Prelude to Modernism. Before the modernist movement took hold, American architecture was dominated by styles that emphasized ornamentation and historical reference. The Victorian era, with its intricate designs and the grandeur of Beaux-Arts buildings, defined the American skyline. However, the rapid industrialization of the early 20th century began to influence architecture, leading to a shift towards more functional designs. The emergence of skyscrapers, like the Woolworth Building in New York, signaled the beginning of a new era. The birth of modernism. The birth of modernism in architecture was driven by a desire to break away from historical styles and embrace the new technologies and materials of the time. Influenced by European architects like Le Corbusier and the Bauhaus movement, American architects began to experiment with form and function. American modernism emphasized simplicity, clean lines, and the use of new materials, such as steel and glass. Architects like Richard Neutra and Rudolf Schindler pioneered this movement in the United States, creating buildings that were both functional and aesthetically groundbreaking. The International Style and Skyscrapers. In the 1930s and 1940s, the International style became synonymous with modern American architecture. This style, characterized by its minimalism and use of industrial materials, was epitomized by buildings like the Seagram Building in New York, designed by Mies van der Rohe. Modernist principles also influenced residential architecture. Architects like Philip Johnson, with his glass house, demonstrated how modernism could create new ways of living, blending the interior with the exterior and using open floor plans to create flexible living spaces. Mid-century modernism. Mid-century modernism, emerging in the 1950s and 1960s, brought a new wave of innovation. Frank Lloyd Wright's organic architecture, which aimed to harmonize buildings with their surroundings, became a defining feature of this era. Wright's Falling Water is a prime example of this approach. Eero Saarinen's bold, futuristic designs, like the Gateway Arch in St. Louis and the TWA Flight Center at JFK Airport, pushed the boundaries of modern architecture, creating iconic structures that remain symbols of American ingenuity. The legacy and evolution of modernism. Modernism laid the foundation for what would become postmodernism and contemporary architecture. While modernism focused on function and simplicity, postmodernism reintroduced ornamentation and historical reference, leading to a more eclectic architectural landscape. Today, the principles of modernism continue to influence architects, as seen in contemporary designs that blend innovation with sustainability. Buildings like the Walt Disney Concert Hall in Los Angeles, designed by Frank Gehry, and the Apple Park campus in Cupertino reflect the ongoing evolution of American architecture. From the early 20th century to today, modern American architecture has continually evolved, shaping not only our cities, but also the way we live and work. As we look to the future, this legacy of innovation will continue to inspire the architects of tomorrow.